Imagine, you are the most powerful man on earth. You command legions. You own half the known world. Your word is law. You are Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome. You have everything humanity believes will bring peace, power, wealth, respect, glory. And yet, when the palace finally falls silent, you open your private journal and write, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." He knew something we have desperately forgotten. Today, we live in an era of unprecedented comfort. Food arrives at our door. Knowledge fits inside our pocket. Entertainment never ends. We have conveniences that even emperors could never dream of. Yet anxiety is rising. Burnout is everywhere. And millions of people wake up every morning convinced that peace is still one achievement away. One promotion. One relationship. One more paycheck. One more milestone. Then, finally, I'll be happy. We treat inner peace like a destination. A place we'll eventually arrive. And this is called the vacation fallacy. The belief that somewhere else or sometime later, life finally becomes peaceful. But what if the chase itself is the reason peace always stays out of reach? Think back to when you were 8 years old. There was one toy. Not just any toy. The toy. You circled it in a catalog. You begged your parents for it. You imagined how incredible life would be once it was finally yours. Then your birthday arrived. You tore open the wrapping paper. There it was. For a moment, life felt complete. You carried it everywhere. You showed every friend you had. You couldn't imagine ever getting tired of it. A few weeks later, it was sitting forgotten in the corner of your room. Nothing about the toy had changed. Only your mind had. That same child still lives inside every adult. Only now, the toy has a different name. A promotion. A luxury car. The perfect relationship. A bigger house. More followers. More money. The chase never stopped. Only the price tag changed. Here's the uncomfortable question. If every dream you've already achieved eventually became normal, what makes you so certain the next one will be different? One man spent years watching wealthy Romans try to buy tranquility. They left crowded cities, built larger estates, moved to quieter places, started new lives. Yet somehow, their restless minds always arrived before they did. That man was Seneca. And after watching this happen again and again, he called them out and said, "You are running away from yourself. There is no vacation, no city, no relationship, and no amount of money that can help you escape the one person you take everywhere, yourself." So why do we keep chasing something that never seems to last? Why does every achievement slowly lose its magic? Why does peace always feel just one more step away? The answer isn't hidden in the world around you. It's hidden inside the way your brain was designed. And once you understand that, you'll never look at happiness the same way again. So why do we keep chasing things, even after life keeps proving they never satisfy us? The answer is hidden inside your own brain. Evolution does not care if you are at peace. Evolution cares if you are anxious enough to stay alive. For thousands of years, the humans who survived weren't the calmest. They were the most alert. The ones who noticed danger before everyone else. The ones who assumed the rustling in the bushes wasn't the wind, but a predator. That instinct kept our ancestors alive. And today, it still lives inside you. We are hardwired to be restless. Your brain notices problems faster than blessings. It remembers criticism longer than compliments. And it quietly whispers, "Don't relax yet." Buddhist philosophy has a name for this. Dukkha. Often translated as suffering. But more accurately, the feeling that the present moment is somehow not quite enough. Think about it. When you finally achieve a goal, that rush of excitement begins to fade. Days pass. Weeks pass. Soon, your new normal no longer feels new. You return to baseline. And without even realizing it, you begin chasing the next thing. You are on the human treadmill. Always moving. Rarely arriving. Now, here's the paradox. One of history's greatest teachers of inner peace didn't live in a palace. He didn't wear a crown. He wasn't born into privilege. Epictetus, a slave-turned-philosopher. Every morning, he woke up with less freedom than almost anyone around him. Yet somehow, he became more peaceful than the powerful men who ruled over him. How? Because he discovered something most people never do. We spend an extraordinary amount of our lives arguing with reality. We argue with traffic. We argue with the weather. We argue with the past. We argue with people who will never become who we want them to be. And every single time, reality wins. Epictetus realized something that changed his life. Peace doesn't begin when life finally obeys you. It begins when you stop demanding that it should. Because the moment you stop trying to rule the world outside, you finally have the strength to govern the world within. And that changes everything. Because inner peace was never something waiting for you at the end of the journey. It was something quietly waiting beneath all the noise. The only question is, if peace has been there all along, what keeps us from seeing it? The answer is surprisingly simple. Noise. Not the noise outside. The noise inside. The endless voice that whispers. Just one more. One more day. One more proposal. One more achievement. One more reason to postpone happiness. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes. They believe inner peace is something you find. As if one day, you'll finally arrive. And from that moment on, life will never shake you again. But the Stoics never believed that. They weren't searching for a perfect life. They were searching for something far greater. Ataraxia. A strange Greek word. Often translated as unperturbability. Not becoming emotionless. Not pretending pain doesn't exist. But becoming the calm eye in the middle of the hurricane. Because storms are inevitable. Panic isn't. You are not going to find inner peace by changing your life. You are going to find it by changing your relationship to your life. The career issues may still be there. People will still disappoint you. Plans will still fail. Life will still refuse to unfold exactly the way you imagined. But suffering begins the moment we argue with reality. Peace begins the moment the argument ends. So how do you protect that peace? Not once, but every single day. The first practice is learning the difference between growth and greed. There is nothing wrong with wanting a better life. Emperors wanted to become a better ruler. Philosophers wanted to become wiser. Every wise man believed in growth. But they also understood something our modern world often forgets. There comes a point where enough is enough. The desire to improve yourself will build your future. The inability to appreciate what you already have will steal your present. The second practice is to reclaim your own mind. Every morning, before the world tells you what to fear, what to buy, or who to become, take one quiet moment. No phone. No notifications. No noise. Simply ask yourself, what in my life is already enough? It sounds almost too simple. Yet that single question quietly dismantles the vacation fallacy. Because instead of chasing peace somewhere else, you begin noticing the peace that was already here. And finally, whenever life begins pulling your mind into tomorrow, come back to today. Take 3 slow breaths. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice the air entering your lungs. Ask yourself, right now, in this exact moment, what is actually wrong? Most of the time the answer is nothing. Your mind was simply borrowing tomorrow's problems. Inner peace isn't something the world gives you. Which means, the world can never take it away. So stop searching for the perfect life. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop believing happiness lives somewhere over the next horizon. Because the greatest kingdom you will ever rule isn't out there. It's within. And every single day, you choose whether to protect it or abandon it.